He'll be mentioned in tonight's game. Robert Horry, who came over in the deal with Phoenix. Eldon Campbell playing center tonight, and rookie Travis Knight at power forward, the rookie from Connecticut. Those are the starting lineups. Right now, let's send it over to Reggie Theus.
All right, thanks a lot, Dick. By now, there isn't a basketball fan around doesn't know that Shaq is going to miss this marquee matchup with Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. The other night, Sunday, against the Washington Bullets, Shaq collided knees with big George Marason, trying to dribble into the middle of the lane, and George just bumped right into him, hurt him pretty bad. Hurt the Lakers, too. Last night, they dropped one to the Clippers. He said that he's working on it, he's icing it, getting stemmed twice a day, and the doctors say he cannot probably play until Wednesday, which keeps him out of this first All-Star game. Pretty upset because his mom was looking forward to that greatest 50 dinner that they're having down there. Corey Bunt's on the IR, and also Byron Scott's will not play because of a bruised right knee. For the Chicago Bulls, their only problem is Dennis Rodman, still out, but he will return right after the All-Star game. Dick?
All right, thank you very much, Reggie. And there you see the Chicago Bulls coming off a victory at Portland last night, 88-84. And Michael Jordan, who has carried the team offensively the last two games, had 36 points, 22 of them coming in the fourth quarter, and that coming off of Sunday's 45-point effort in the win at Seattle.
Well, Michael played 41 minutes last night, Dick. Tonight, the pressure is on Elton Campbell and the front line of the Lakers. Can they keep the lane from being attacked off the dribble, and then also can they hold the Chicago Bulls to one shot?
Lakers come in at 34-13, a game and a half behind Seattle now. They would be ahead of Seattle now, 2 games ahead of Seattle, with the Sonics losing to Utah in the first of our doubleheader tonight, and the Bulls at 42-5, same record they had a year ago when they ended up 72-10. And boasting the best road record in the NBA right now, having won 21 of their 25 games. The officials working tonight will be the veterans Joe Crawford and Terry Durham. Lou Grillo is the third official, and we're set to go. Lakers had won 6 in a row before their humiliating loss to the Clippers last night. They did not show at all in that 22-point loss.
Well, they're a team that plays well in this building. They're 20-4 at home. They are a big three-point shooting team. The last time these two played, the game went into overtime. Chicago had 3 guys with 30, Kukoc at 31, Jordan at 30, and Scottie Pippen at 35. Not bad.
That's just 3 guys, isn't it? Lately, though, it's been mostly Jordan. He was the only Bull in double figures in Sunday's win over Seattle. Scottie Pippen has it low to Tony Kukoc, who's guarded by Travis Knight. Kukoc, with 6 on the shot clock, misses the turnaround, and the rebound by Robert Horry. Nick Van Exel, who is 5th in the NBA, averaging nearly 9 assists a game. And Harper starts out on Jones. Pippen is on Horry. And Jordan is guarding Van Exel. 6 on the shot clock.
Can you establish something inside, Dick? It's difficult to get the open three-point shooting.
Van Exel missing, and Jordan in his face. Kukoc nearly saw an opening to the hoop, but it was closed down by Travis Knight. Missing the jam is Jordan, and that got a rise out of the crowd as the Lakers come back up court. Nearly a minute gone by, and Robert Horry misses a 3, and Longley gets the rebound. Still no score in the opening moments. Michael Jordan averaging 30.8 points a game, leading the NBA. Pippen puts the Bulls in front. Scottie Pippen coming in averaging over 19. And here is Horry on the feed from Eddie Jones. And the one way the Lakers can really beat you, and Phil Jackson talking about it, they can beat you down floor. They get that running game going.
Well, after you score, you must get back quickly. Phil Jackson is very upset. He likes to use 20-second timeouts early, shake up the team. And you can see right now, that would be there. You score, meaning Chicago. The Lakers jump out of bounds, inbound it quick, and get it up because of team quickness. Now, we'd like to show you the Chicago play. Now, anytime that they're in the triangle, and we're going to freeze it right there. See, when they bring that ball back to this man, meaning Scottie Pippen, what they do is they run what we call a guard around. Then over here, they set 2 screens for Tony Kukoc. But watch what happens. Pippen just turns right around and solos himself. So he has a little confusion. Pippen just comes right up and shoots in your face. Now, the key of that play, they have a guard around, they have a double screen away, and then the man with the ball can still go one-on-one.
Jones is guarding Jordan, trying to run Jones into a pick, and there's a pick and roll, and Luke Longley with the jump shot. Longley, who has missed 23 games this year with a shoulder separation, puts the Bulls up again. Harper on Van Exel. Jordan now is playing around the foul line. His man is Jones. Horry to Eldon Campbell. Campbell with 6 on the shot clock. Turnaround ties the game.
See, they must go into Elton early. He's got to establish something strong. I don't think you can get away with playing him one-on-one because of his foot quickness versus Luke Longley.
Scottie Pippen at the top. And Harper. Jones is all over Michael Jordan. Jordan working his way in. Fall away is short and a foul. Eddie Jones on the wrist of Michael Jordan.
Now, Jordan is going right at Eddie Jones tonight to get him in foul trouble. Now, you're going to see the ball is down inside with Campbell. He could take it in. He wants the baby hook, but this time he just came right back and shot in the face of Luke Longley, which kind of surprised me because Longley is a shot blocker.
Michael Jordan, an 85% free throw shooter. You pointed out, scored 30 in the first game between these teams and also had 9 rebounds. Michael Jordan, who has the NBA's high of 51 points this year against the Knicks, missed the second free throw, and Nick Van Exel called a 20-second timeout before he lost the ball out of bounds.
Well, getting back to Michael and getting to the foul line, you know, he was surprised that he missed the foul shot. Right now, he's averaging about 8 foul shot attempts during the course of the season. Now, this will usually stay this way until he gets to playoff time because his minutes now will increase from 38 minutes to 40 to 42. So he'll get into and get more foul shot attempts, and he'll get up to anywhere between 11 and 14 a game.
Michael's been red hot on this West Coast trip. There's Del Harris, who already made the best move of the game by not making any comments about Michael Jordan. George Karl, of course, said he's settling for jump shots, and Jordan came out and burned him. Earlier, Jeff Van Gundy had a comment about Jordan's ability to befriend opponents and then really scorch them when he plays. So the best thing to do, not talk about Michael if you're the opposition coach.
Well, also a strength of the guy who's playing him tonight, Eddie Jones, who is in the All-Star game, is the fact that he is not a trash talker. He just plays, and he plays hard.
Van Exel looking inside to Campbell, knocked away by Longley. 3 on the shot clock. Campbell has to turn around, and it's deflected, and Lairs Longley, you mentioned the shot blocking ability. He had it there.
Oh, he can get to the ball, Dick. The main thing is with him is I think he was surprised on the one that he shot in the face.
Jordan misses the turnaround and the rebound by Campbell. So no question, Jordan wants to work on Eddie Jones early here. 4-3 in favor of the Lakers. That's the rebounding story right now. And driving in and drawing the foul is Campbell. So the Lakers' strategy, go to the big guy, Campbell, tonight.
Well, he is their only low-post player that could possibly draw a double team. But you can see Chicago is saying right now, we are not going down inside to help out Luke Longley until Elton Campbell establishes a monster quarter. Then they might do it.
And he had a pretty good game, maybe not a monster game, but 14 rebounds in the first meeting between these teams and 19 points. Eldon Campbell makes the first free throw. Phil Jackson, whose team is 5-0 on this West Coast trip.
Anytime that you are the second rebounder up front to a guy like Shaquille O'Neal, with what he does on the boards, rebounding comes easy to you because he's always double teamed and you're moving without a man on you.
Lakers by 1. Now Horry is on Jordan, gives up the dribble, and he misses. Longley the rebound. Jordan starts out 0 for 3 in this game, and on the turnover, the next one finds Eddie Jones. And that gets a rise out of the crowd. The Bulls push it up in a hurry, coming back. Scottie Pippen lays it in, left-handed against Travis Knight's 7-foot frame.
Well, you know, when you have a lot of young players on your team, they get excited when they blow down and score quickly, and they have a little time to celebrate. But when you play the Bulls run it right back at you.
They have precious little time to celebrate on that instance. Campbell again.
Nice
And
shot.
a great feed to Eldon Campbell with a perfect bounce pass, and the Lakers are up now by a score of 10-7 with under 8 minutes to go in the first.
Key for the Lakers, dribble penetration and then cutting without the ball.
Pippen misses from downtown, and Nick Van Exel on the long rebound, but the Bulls get back defensively.
Well, you've got to push because this is the third game in 4 nights for the Chicago Bulls. You've got to continue to make them play transition defense.
And Van Exel trying to penetrate, and a spin shot drops for him. A fancy left-handed spin shot on the baseline by Nick Van Exel, and the Lakers are up by 5. Or the Bulls, yes, the Lakers are up by 5. Excuse me. Longley has Kukoc. Longley with a spin shot, and Eddie Jones the rebound.
In the early going, Dick, they're doing a good job in keeping the Chicago Bull offense to take jump shots.
Harper did a good job to prevent a Laker fast break at midcourt there. Van Exel on the pick and roll goes inside, and the lay-in Eldon Campbell. And the Lakers looking very sharp after a listless performance last night in Anaheim against the Clippers. They have hit their last 4 shots and lead by 7. Kukoc's driving past Knight is pushed by Travis Knight.
That's a very difficult assignment for Knight. He's accustomed to playing centers with their back to the basket. Off the dribble, a difficult assignment.
They underestimate this team. I think, without Shaq in the middle, it gives them, some of their versatile players, more room to operate. They don't have to first look into the middle. They can look more at their games and be more creative in that sense. And if we come in the game with the letdown saying, well, Shaq is not playing, this is going to be a blowout, next thing you know, we'd be shocked and we're in a battle.
There's Shaquille O'Neal, who is sitting this one out, will be out for the All-Star game as well, and will return next week.
I like what Michael had to say because he's right, and that's why they're down right now. They're lethargic. The coaching staff has used 2 timeouts, and they're really on them right now, to pick it up, especially in a transition defense, and then get better positioning with the dribblers.
And 10 of the Lakers' 14 points have come from their front court. So the front court more versatile, and another foul is called, and that'll be the second one on Travis Knight. So that puts Del Harris into a decision mode right now, and he is going to the bench quickly to bring in Jerome Kersey.
Yeah, well, Kersey is a established player who's accustomed to playing small forwards and power forwards. He's quicker with the feet and a better defender. Now that's too bad for Travis Knight because he has been playing excellent basketball and making a very big contribution to this team.
Here's Jordan working on Jones, feeding Longley, and it drops. Luke Longley with his second field goal, so Pippen and Longley each with 4 points. The Laker lead is 5 and nearly halfway through this opening period.
Yeah, well, Luke Longley is always dangerous because he has a very soft touch.
Here is Eldon Campbell, and a great move. Missed the shot as he spun around Longley. Last touch by the Bulls, and that was a very quick move by Eldon Campbell.
That's why we say it at the top. He's got quick feet, and if he will just move and attack, you can't throw up that soft stuff. You have to send it down strong.
Kersey cannot get a shot off against Scottie Pippen. You pointed out defense is why the Bulls are where they are. Jones with a fall away. Jordan did the job defensively that time. Pippen gets it quickly up court to Kukoc. Kukoc driving the basket against Horry, feeding Scottie Pippen. He missed a couple, and then the Lakers committing a foul after a block inside, and that will be against Robert Horry, or Horry got a piece of the ball, and now Horry gets the personal.
Anytime you have Horry, Elton Campbell, and then when Shaq is healthy in the game, they have the #1 shot blocking team in this league. So even though Shaq is missing, they still have people who are capable.
Horry was acquired from the Phoenix Suns on January 10th, along with Joe Klein, in a deal that sent Cedric Ceballos and Ramil Robinson to Phoenix. And Jerry West talking to him before the game, very pleased with what Horry has given his team from a team standpoint.
Well, anytime that you have good people in the post-up, right now Chicago is down the floor. They gave you 1 trap. Now they go back. They match up man-to-man, and we're inside of 15 seconds.
3-point lead
Great
for
defense.
the Lakers. Pippen doing a great job on Eddie Jones, who has to settle for the jumper. Deflection. And here come the Bulls again, trailing by 3. Michael Jordan, who has scored 1 point so far. And there is Eddie Jones with a steal, anticipating the pass. He got it back. Van Exel gets it to Kersey, and Kersey hits a jumper from inside the arc. And Scottie Pippen, slow coming up court, and a timeout is called. Scottie Pippen is injured. Let's see where that happened, Hugh.
Now, as this ball comes down inside, you can see Scottie Pippen. He just caved in there with that collision with Jerome Kersey. When Jerome Kersey hit him, he caved him in on his right side.
And we'll be right back.
When the unexpected happens.
Basketball is right here. Scottie Pippen is here. But keep an eye on the leg of Jerome Kersey as he catches Scottie Pippen and caves in that right knee. Just watch as it goes through. There it is, right in the back of the knee. And then you'll see Scottie go right down to the floor and Kersey take off to go up into that left-hand quarter that opened up for the three-point shot.
Scottie Pippen goes to the bench, replaced by Jason Caffey, and Randy Brown is into the game as well. So a couple of defensive specialists, you might say, and rebounder Caffey has come in the game. Kukoc on the pick and roll, and Longley with the baby hook. Luke Longley off to a quick start offensively, has 6 points, as does Pippen, who is shaken up and on the bench, and the Laker lead again is 3.
Luke Longley is getting everything off of dribble penetration and releasing, and he's open and he's making the shots.
Robert Horry with a smooth jumper, and Horry has 6, as does Eldon Campbell. And a 5-point lead for the Lakers with 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Jones gambling for the steal, and Michael Jordan hits his first field goal of the game.
Eddie Jones leads the league in steals, but when you're playing Michael, if you don't get the steal, you have to be careful, know when to gamble, because it's murder in your face.
Campbell working his way in against Luke Longley. Tip, loose ball, and Campbell, good hustle. Coming out of the shoot strong is Eldon Campbell, and Kersey hits a jumper from the other side. So Jerome Kersey with 2 jumpers coming off the bench in place of Travis Knight, who picked up 2 quick fouls. 20-15, the Lakers lead. They've led most of this first quarter. Caffey with a turnaround, and Caffey hits the jump shot. Caffey coming averaging over 6 points a game. He and Kukoc have done a good job in Rodman's absence. Horry misses the jumper, but another offensive rebound for Eldon Campbell. Campbell again. And Kukoc the rebound.
Eldon Campbell is limited in the amount of moves that he has, and many times he releases a shot and you say, wow, what an awkward shot. But he has the ability to knock them down.
Longley nearly threw it away, but Randy Brown saved it underneath. 7 on the shot clock for the Bulls. Jordan uses a Longley screen and hits from downtown. Michael Jordan, 35% from three-point range. Now starting to get going offensively with his shot. Finding the range. Ties the game at 20. Again, Eldon Campbell working against Longley. A bump and a foul called against Luke Longley. And right now, let's check in with Reggie Theus.
Well, Dick, I just talked to the Bulls trainer, Chip Schaefer, and he said that that he got kicked in the shin, and he was very stiff when he came over to the bench, but he's going to keep some ice on it for about 2 or 3 more minutes, and it is loosening up as we speak right now, so he is expected to play again.
All right, Reggie, thank you very much. Luke Longley picking up his 2nd foul, replaced by Bill Wennington. And Eddie Jones tries a quick 3 and misses, and it'll be over. Violation will turn it over to the Chicago Bulls.
In the last 2 to 3 minutes, the Lakers have gotten away from how they got out on top, and that is inside penetration, cutters going to the basket, dribble, and then kick out.
They have settled for the outside shot. Well, the only man who can really do that is that guy, Michael Jordan, who hits his second three, a line drive jumper, and it's 9 points for Michael Jordan. He's starting to get the range big time now. The Bulls lead 23-20, and out of bounds, last touch by the Bulls.
Now, we have the 13th sellout of the year here. This is the 25th home game. For the fan, they'd like to see Jordan get 50, but have a Laker win.
Can't have your cake and eat it. Huh?
Yeah, there he is. And any time that he catches you 6 to 8 feet away, and then he fakes coming off the screen, he'll step back and look for that three.
Sean Rooks has checked in for the Lakers. They're going to have to go deep into their bench for big people with Shaq out of there tonight. Nick Van Exel with a fake and a jumper. And Van Exel, who had 20 points last night in a losing cause, brings the Lakers to within one. 1:45 remaining in this opening quarter. Bulls have won 8 in a row. The Lakers 6 out of their last 7. Jordan feels he's hot, misses, and the rebound taken down by Kersey.
Every opportunity, the Lakers must push and look for the fast break and the quick post-up.
There's Eddie Jones with a spectacular scoop shot on the fake and the drive. He beat his man off the dribble, and the Lakers regain the lead.
Anytime you can push against Chicago, force them to get in mismatches and then take them strong.
Jordan going strong to the hoop, and he is fouled. And for those who feel Michael Jordan doesn't go to the hoop anymore, take a look at that last shot. Jordan will shoot 2.
And keep an eye on Eddie Jones. Now, this is a very difficult shot. You can see it's more of a throw than a shot. Fortunately, it went down. At this end, Michael is taking you strong. He's in the groove right now, and he realizes that he's got to take over the game without Pippen being in there.
Sean Rooks committing the foul on Jordan, who hits the first free throw. And Kobe Bryant has come into the game for the Lakers, and Scottie Pippen, who was kicked in the shin and sat out a few minutes, has returned to the Bulls lineup, replacing Tony Kukoc, who did not score. Jordan hits both free throws. Jordan has scored 10 of the last 12 Bulls points. Chicago up by 1. As we get a minute to go in the first quarter, Van Exel nails a 3 and a good screen at the arc. Nick Van Exel now with 7 points, and the Lakers are up by 2.
Well, in game 1, Nick had 36 points at Chicago and had 6 threes, 6 for 8 from three-point line.
Jordan driving around. Jones scoops it in with his left hand, and we are seeing a show on both ends
There
tonight.
it is.
Kersey beats the Bulls down court, and right now, Phil Jackson is enraged with his team not getting back defensively.
Well, if you're not going to get back, then you have to jump and face guard the guy out of bounds.
Pippen misses the 3, and Kobe Bryant out-hustles Michael Jordan for the ball. Nick Van Exel leaves it out to Kersey. And a pushing foul is the call against Scottie Pippen.
You come into this game, you're the Los Angeles Lakers. You know that the Bulls have played. This will be their 3rd game in 4 nights. You know that they're a good transition team, but anytime you play 3 games in 4 nights and all of this travel on the West Coast, you've got to wear them down. Get the ball up and ahead, force the mismatches, and then take them strong off the dribble. The 3-point game will open up.
Ron Harper replaces Michael Jordan, who will get the rest between the periods as well, as you see the final seconds being kicked off. Here is Eldon Campbell, who's had a fine first quarter, and he makes a terrific baseline spin move. And a turnover as the Bulls cannot keep the ball inbounds. Randy Brown tried to save it. The Bulls will get the last shot with 2.6 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Oh, they definitely caught them napping. They had 4.6 seconds to get off a play. Plenty of time here now. You can make a catch in at least 3 dribbles.
Van Exel inside. Kobe Bryant. A sensational basket by Kobe Bryant on a great pass from Nick Van Exel. And that is the end of the first quarter. And this Forum crowd treated to quite a show as the Lakers have opened up a 33-27 lead in the first quarter of a sizzling matchup between these two teams.
The Lakers are shooting 60%, Chicago 53%. The Lakers have 8 fast break points already, major key.
And the Lakers get it in now to Sean Rooks, and Bryant's pass and a foul inside. It has been a quarter in which each team has had a turn with a big run. The Lakers off to a 10-2 run, and then the Bulls with a 10-point margin there, and then the Lakers finish strong to the tune of 13-4. Steve Kerr starts the second quarter for the Chicago Bulls. The Lakers have Van Exel, Campbell, Kersey, Rooks, and Kobe Bryant. Michael Jordan on the bench as we start the second quarter. He scored 13 in that first quarter. Campbell working against Caffey. Eldon Campbell with a short jumper. He's off to a good start. As you said, he'd have to play well.
Yeah, and you know, he has a size advantage on Caffey. He can take him off the dribble and shoot up over the top.
8-point lead for the Lakers. Ron Harper being shadowed by Kobe Bryant. Kerr, a three-point specialist. Here is Pippen. Kersey doing a good job on Pippen. 1 second to try the shot, and they don't get it off, and it's turned over to the Lakers. Lakers with an outstanding defensive sequence. Van Exel had 7 points, 6 assists in the first quarter with a jumper, and Pippen cleared.
Well, that's what they love to play, pick and roll basketball on the right wing.
Pippen way off the mark in his three-point attempt. Caffey keeps it alive. Kerr is open left of the key and hits.
No, you cannot leave. That time Jerome Kersey took off, allowing Kerr to open up. With the Chicago Bulls, you cannot leak out until you take care of the defensive boards first. They are third in offensive rebounding, 15 a game.
35-29 in favor of the Lakers, with Dennis Rodman responsible for a lot of that offensive rebounding work, and a pushing foul called against Wennington as he pushed Sean Rooks. Let's check in with Reggie Fields.
Jackson in that last timeout was not happy. He said, guys, we look passive out there. They've got us running back on our heels. They're getting runouts and everything else. We're good defensive teams. We got to make them earn their buckets, fellas. Let's go. Dick?
All right, thank you very much, Reggie. And a offensive foul by Eldon Campbell pushing off on that lob attempt, and that is the first Laker turnover of the game, and it comes here early in the second quarter.
Well, if you look at the Chicago Bulls and you know that you only give up 90 points a game, and they already have 33 in the first quarter.
No, there's a problem.
You know, either that or there's a math problem.
And this is a Laker team that sleptwalked through last night's game against the Clippers. Pippen to Jason Caffey. Caffey has 4 points off the bench. He has played well, getting more confidence as he goes along. Caffey in his second year out of Alabama.
He's a good player, and that time they caught the Lakers in a switch, and he just took advantage of his strength on Eddie Jones.
Caffey committing the Chicago foul, and that'll be his first personal foul, and a timeout is called.
Hey, Phil Jackson is exasperated, Dick. That is their third team foul, and we still have 9 minutes and 40-some-odd seconds.
With us before the game, how many years has Jack Nicholson been out here? Kobe Bryant controlling the ball, looking inside to Eldon Campbell. Campbell working against Caffey and Harper, and they cannot convert. So Campbell and Rooks in the lineup at the same time, and Rooks with a good hustle steals the ball. What did Jack Nicholson tell you that he grabbed your leg, your pant leg at one point when you were coaching the Atlanta Hawks years ago?
He's in the game all the time.
Kobe Bryant from downtown. Second three-point basket by the Lakers.
You have to get up on Kobe. He's not bashful.
Caffey, a little short as it's deflected by Eldon Campbell on the layup. Van Exel stopping and hitting for three. Nick Van Exel for three. And the Lakers have opened up another solid margin in this game. 41-31. It's their biggest lead of the game, and a timeout called by Chicago.
I like the strategy by Del Harris playing Rooks and Campbell together. They're taking advantage of the second unit up front for the Chicago Bulls, kicking out and pushing hard.
And Exel and Eldon Campbell, who has 10 points as well.
Right now, Chicago going away from the triangle. They look for an open game. Now they just went back into it.
Pippen cutting to the hoop, and no look hook shot off the glass by Scottie Pippen. 41-33. Scottie Pippen now with 8 points in the game. And Robert Horry throws that one away. Turns it over to Chicago.
Well, it's a very difficult angle to feed the post from the top of the circle to a guy on the right side posting up. Rooks was definitely not even looking for the ball. He was trying to change direction.
Michael Jordan returns to the game, and he scored 13 in the first quarter, and he's had a pretty good rest in the waning seconds and the first several minutes, almost 5 total, and Jordan has been on the bench, so he is a rested Chicago Bull right now, working against Robert Horry, a bigger player, misses the fall away. Kobe Bryant in a 3-on-1 fast break for the Lakers. Van Exel misses the scoop, and Horry can't convert. Lakers miss a golden opportunity.
They sure did, Dick, and Van Exel should have given the ball right back, and that time you would have had an uncontested layup.
Wennington is open, and he hits. Bill Wennington very effective from that range.
Well, in this league, when you miss a layup opportunity at one end, Del Harris very upset on the sideline. Give the ball back to the guy with the easy shot.
And Sean Rooks called for the offensive foul as he sends Bill Wennington flying into the photographer's area.
When you have momentum going for you, the thing that you do not want to do is do unnecessary things like this right here. You're going to see, boom, offensive foul. So now you come down the floor, 2 turnovers, and now you're allowing Chicago to get back in.
Here's Jordan working against 18-year-old Kobe Bryant, and Bryant gets a piece of that Jordan shot, and it's intercepted back by Scottie Pippen. And here's Pippen going to the hoop, and Wennington open in and out. Wennington was wide open in the corner that time.
Yeah, but that's his shot. He'll make more of those than misses.
Lakers up by 6. Horry working against Pippen, fires it up and hits. That's a 3-point basket for Robert Horry, who has 9, and the Lakers have opened up a 9-point lead.
It's nice to see him getting his game back, because here the 3-point shooting is there, the rebounding and shot blocking.
Caffey with a turnaround in the lane. Jason Caffey with 6 points off the bench for Chicago so far.
Oh, you can't fall asleep on him. You know, anytime that the Bulls have given him a chance to play big minutes, a year ago and in this year, the second, he puts nice numbers.
Kobe Bryant misses a jumper over Michael Jordan. And now the Bulls come up, trailing by 7. Jordan going to the hoop. Caffey taps it out and into the hands of Horry. Now Nick Van Exel. This has been a wide open, end-to-end game that has entertained the fans. This game has lived up to its advanced billing despite the fact that Shaquille O'Neal unable to play tonight because of injury.
That time they just pushed that ball hard, and Steve Kerr was caught in the pivot playing Horry. Now you're going to see right here. Now just watch on this fadeaway. Kobe Bryant gets this, gets a piece of it, and also a piece of Michael's hand. But the ball came in. Nice defensive effort by Kobe Bryant.
Joe Klein, veteran big man who came over along with Horry in the Phoenix Suns deal and not played much, getting a chance. And of course they have to go deep into the bench. Does Del Harris with Shaq out of there. And here is Bryant knocked away by Caffey, and the layup by Kobe Bryant. Bryant now with 7 points. Very poised for an 18-year-old and perhaps the biggest pressure game of his young career. Tony Kukoc into the Chicago lineup as well. And Pippen nails a jumper. Scottie Pippen now with 10 points, second to Jordan's 13 on the Chicago scoring parade. 7-point Laker lead with 5:23 remaining in the first half. Lakers led by 6 after 1 quarter. Elgin Campbell over Caffey. Klein had a chance at it, and finally a push by Caffey underneath.
That's the reason why you have Joe Klein in the game. A shot went up by Elton Campbell. Caffey was on him. Now you have size and strength. Klein on Tony Kukoc. He moved him right underneath and kept that ball alive.
NBA All-Star Weekend's upon us. TNT kicks things off this Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern with a preview of the All-Star activities. Then stay tuned at 11 for an encore presentation of the NBA at 50, hosted by Denzel Washington. NBA All-Star Saturday comes your way at 7 p.m. with the Chick rookie game. the American Express $1 Million Shot, the AT&T Shootout, and the Nestle Crunch Slam Dunk All-Star Weekend coming up on TNT. Caffey going to the bench, and Luke Longley back into the game for the Bulls.
Now the Lakers are 29th in the league in foul shooting. Everyone thinks it's just because Shaquille O'Neal is shooting 47%. They have 8 of their 12 guys shooting in the 60s and 50s. So it's just not a one-man show here.
9-point lead by the Lakers. Kukoc misses, and Jordan got position, knocked Eddie Jones down. Eddie Jones complaining he was fouled. Meanwhile, while he's complaining, Steve Kerr hits one from downtown. Kerr coming in with the best shooting percentage from three-point range in the NBA.
You have to pay attention to Steve. Not only is he a good three-point shooter, a good field goal shooter as well.
Ori inside, and Hubie, the Lakers going back to their inside game, and that worked for them at the start of the first quarter.
Well, the cutters. See, they've got good cutters on the perimeter people. They're finding it.
Pippen misses from the three-point range, and the Lakers with an 8-point lead and the ball as we get close to the 4-minute mark. Lakers trying to avenge that December 17th loss in Chicago when they led by 18 into the fourth quarter. Campbell with a great spin move. Eldon Campbell is having one of his best games of the year for sure, has 14.
Well, he's saying this is an offense for a post guy. I think I'm back at Clemson. He's never had this many shots.
Longley popping from outside, off the mark. Kukoc gets the offensive rebound for the Bulls. Kerr fires one into Pippen, who's doubled. Pippen looking for a cutter. Nice. It's Kukoc, and Kukoc gets the foul on the basket. Tony Kukoc with his first basket of the game. Finally, Scottie Pippen was able to find an open Bull.
Well, Scottie Pippen, who leads the Bulls with almost 6 assists a game. It's a nice cut by Kukoc. See, right there, Joe Klein thought that it was definitely an offensive foul. Kukoc went right into his chest.
Joe Klein committing the foul, and so Kukoc with a 3-point play brings the Bulls to within 7.
Chicago only has 3 guys in double figures for the year. Jordan, Pippen, and Kukoc. Kukoc averaging right around 14 points a game.
Here's Eddie Jones finding an opening with a hook, but he cannot convert. The rebound by Klein, and he's fouled. So Joe Klein paying big dividends here in the second quarter for the Lakers.
Well, Joe's such a big body. All he has to do tonight is work his way to the offensive glass. He's now kept 3 balls alive. He's making himself big. The reason, the Bulls, you can count on any penetration. They will leave their man and cut the man off and double team him in the lane. That opens you up. Get to the front of the rim. If there's a miss, you're right on the offensive board.
Luke Longley has committed his 3rd personal foul, and Robert Parrish, the Chief, coming in. A rare appearance for Robert Parrish as Longley goes out with 3 personal fouls. And let's take a look at the Visa leaders. All-time games played, #1 at the top of the list is the Chief, Robert Parrish.
Well, right on schedule. You look and you say, well, you know, how much action is Robert getting? He's played in 21 games this year. He started 3. And he's averaging about 10 minutes a game.
Joe Klein hits both free throws. 54-45. The Lakers up by 9. Their biggest lead was 10. Here's Parrish working against Klein. And Dickie Simpkins, who's come in the game, throws up a brick off the sides. Both teams going deep into their bench here in the first half by necessity. Shaq not playing for the Lakers, and Longley picking up 3 fouls for the Bulls. Here's Eldon Campbell, who has it stolen by Steve Kerr. And here's Jordan Kukoc with the stuff. And that quiets the crowd, and that turnover resulted in the easy basket and a 7-point Laker lead.
Well, like they catch Elton Campbell dribbling a high dribble, and he was taking his time. He never saw Kerr come on the double team.
Kerr is guarding Van Exel with under 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Dick Stockton along with Hubie Brown and Reggie Theus. Ori misses wildly out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Bulls. Robert Ori averaging over 7 points a game. With a couple of games with a sprained ankle. Has come back, however. and has played well. Campbell missing the jumper.
Elton Campbell is getting so many great looks at the basket.
Jordan with a fake and a foul. Michael Jordan has yet to score here in the second quarter. He had 13 in the first, including 2 from downtown, but he is red hot on this West Coast swing.
Well, you can see almost 32 points a game, but how about the field goal shooting? 58% and an 88 on the line. He only gives you 5 rebounds, 2 steals a game, and we don't talk about his 4 to 5 assists a game.
Making his lone appearance at the Great Western Forum in the regular season. The only other time these teams could play would be in the NBA Finals.
Well, I liked that at the beginning of the year. If you remember, he worked very hard with his trainer during the summer, and then in the fall to lose 7 to 8 pounds. He's playing much lighter this year, and nothing has fallen off statistical-wise.
2 minutes to go as Van Exel hits a jump shot. 56-49 Lakers. Want to talk about dedication. The Bulls coming in early this morning from Portland, and 3 of the players, including Pippen and Jordan, lifting weights at a local fitness center. Here is Jones, puts the fake on Kukoc. Eddie Jones banks it in for the Lakers.
Great move.
Again up by 9.
A great slashing move. See, I don't think anyone out there can pick up Eddie Jones if you clear out a side. But you have to look for him and get him in the flow.
Jones with 8 points, but has done so much more out on the court, including sterling defensive play. And there he is, picking off another one. Here is Van Exel, open, fires. And Joe Klein battling Robert Parrish in a battle of Neanderthals in this NBA. And out of bounds, it'll be Bulls possession.
Joe's in there hustling. He kept that one alive.
Coming up on the Nike Halftime Report, Vincent Sherrill, scores and highlights from around the league and changes in Washington. Bullets with a new coach. Here is Simpkins working against Campbell. Jordan puts the fake on Joe Klein and hits Michael Jordan with his first field goal of the second quarter, now with 17.
Even when Michael sat out the 5 minutes, since he's been on the floor, he has just not been in the flow. But now they're starting to look for him. Maybe he's warm and he's commanding the ball right now.
Eldon Campbell inside to Jones, and he's fouled. Lakers very sharp and good ball movement inside today.
At the other end, you're going to see Michael make the move. Joe Klein, no match. Just a quick head fake, got Joe up, and then just beats him off the dribble. At this end of the floor, meaning the Laker time, any time that you throw in, Eddie Jones is quick. The only guy possibly who can match up with him for foot quickness is Pippen. And if he just cuts, keep looking for him and wear out the cut, reward him with the basketball.
Dickie Simpkins goes out, and Scottie Pippen returns for the Bulls. Pippen with 10 points in the game. Those are Eddie Jones' numbers. He came in averaging over 16 points a game. And Jerome Kersey comes in, and a hand for Joe Klein, the veteran who hasn't played much, really gave the Lakers some good minutes off the bench in this quarter.
Yeah, I think that once they get into the second half of the season, I think we'll see him getting more time backing up Shaquille O'Neal.
60-51, the Lakers in front, and a differential of about 7 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Judd Bushler making his first appearance, number 30 for the Bulls.
Now the Lakers are switching on all ball crosses.
And Horry is matched up against Jordan, up and under. Michael looking for his offensive rebound, and a loose ball foul called against Michael Jordan, his first.
Now Michael, that was a great move to get the shot off, and then he knew he had missed. He just took off right down the lane. Unfortunately, he had a collision. Now just keep an eye. He gives you the pump fake, gets underneath. Now just watch. He knows he's missing. Keep an eye on him, and here's your collision right there.
And he knew it. And remember what Michael Jordan said earlier. He said, you know, if we get too confident thinking that Shaq's not here tonight, that we're going to win in a blowout, we'll find ourselves in a battle. And that is precisely what the Bulls are in for right now.
Well, the tempo is all Los Angeles Lakers. You know, right now we're looking at a 60-point half, and when you think about it, Chicago likes, everyone talks about the fact that they get out and run, they score 102 a game, you know, but what they do is they hold you to 90. The 60 at half is a ton.
You look at their box score and you wonder how they do it. Defense is how they do it.
Absolutely.
Lakers are 10 of 10 from the free throw line, so they haven't turned it over, and they have been perfect from the stripe. And Van Exel fouls Steve Kerr.
That
5.5 seconds remaining.
Dick, that is a very bad foul. I mean, you're talking now, Steve Kerr, you know, foul to take it.
You got a foul to give, that would be all
that's
right. But they did. Derek Fisher, who will replace Stephon Marbury in the Schick rookie game. In fact, the Lakers will have 3 rookies in that game. That was the first foul in the last 2 minutes. So not a shooting situation. And the Lakers trying to keep it in bounds as the buzzer sounds. Kerr missed the jumper. And the Laker fans salute their team. Nick Van Exel with a brilliant first half with 12 points and 9 assists, and he was not alone. And the capacity crowd cheering the Lakers as they lead the Bulls 62-51 at halftime. 51 in the first meeting between these teams, Hubie, the Lakers actually led 72-57, a 15-point advantage, and as we know in overtime, the Bulls finally won, so this one is obviously not settled. But the things you pointed out at the outset about what the Lakers had to do, they must have heard you, because Van Exel, Campbell, inside play have come up big in this game.
Well, Campbell with the 14 points, and then the 3 guys on the perimeter, all in double figures. 4 players in double figures, plus they're pushing, and they already have over 60 points. That's what you must do to a team that wants to play half-court basketball.
And they have continued to push it up, and if they continue to do it, they'll be in it throughout the whole game. Let's take a look at our halftime statistics. And it shows the Lakers shooting 53% and perfect from the free throw line.
Now, the quick board, the fast break points, 13-6, very important. And then the big key, points off of turnovers. The Lakers with 11. Anytime that they get a quick or a long rebound, a steal, they're pushing, they're getting the mismatch, and that also is playing into what we are seeing. They're breaking the Chicago defense down off the dribble.
There are 4 players in double figures for the LA Lakers. Let's take a look at some highlights.
Now, this is just a beautiful move by Eddie Jones, 2 of his 12 that he had at halftime. Now, here's Elton Campbell going through with the little lefty hook. Elton Campbell set a sporadic type of a post play, but he has 14 points. Michael going strong. Michael with the big 13 points in the first quarter. Here he comes right in Joe Klein's face, knocking it down after he sat out 5 minutes of that second quarter. Now this is Van Exel knocking down a 3. He has 12 at halftime.
And there you see Michael Jordan, who has 17 points, 4 for 10 from the perimeter, 5 of 6 from the line, and the high scorer. And Eldon Campbell, the high scorer for the Lakers, with 14 points. Campbell coming in averaging 11.5 a game. So Eldon Campbell, as the Lakers needed with Shaq unable to play tonight, is giving LA good offense.
Well, the bench has been very productive for LA. It's 13-13 coming in. You would favor the Chicago bench. Jerome Kersey, 6 points in 10 minutes. And then also Kobe Bryant, 5 points in 7. Big productions, Vic.
All right, let's check in with Reggie Theus.
Okay, thanks a lot, Dick. The Los Angeles Lakers are very happy with what's going on. They said Coach Del Harris said as long as they keep their bodies moving and keep cutting to the basket, the Chicago's defense can't stop them. Eldon Campbell playing great basketball, and the team is in no foul trouble. For the Bulls, they're not happy. Luke Longley getting taken to the hole just like you saw right there. And Eldon Campbell just taking him to school, not doing a great job on the rebounds and allowing the Lakers to run out on easy baskets. Lakers on top. Guys.
All right, and there you saw Luke Longley picking up a very quick 4th personal foul. He went to the bench, actually started out strong production-wise with 6 points, but now he's got 4.
Nice move by Elton. He is 6 for 14 from the floor and 5 for 5 on the line.
17 points now for Eldon Campbell, so the Lakers start out, and their lead is 14, their biggest lead of the game, 65-51. Ron Harper with Michael Jordan, Tony Kukoc, Scottie Pippen, and Luke Longley, and Harper starts it off with a 3.
Let me tell you something. You better make that shot. When Michael Jordan has Van Exel posted in the low hole, calling for the ball, he can shoot a jumper.
Maybe the last time you ever see the ball, if you don't hit the 3. 2-man game with Horry and Eldon Campbell. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Eddie Jones working against Michael Jordan, has it knocked away, and it's off the foot or the knee of Eddie Jones, and it'll be Chicago's ball.
Big stat in the first half. The Lakers winning the battle of the rebounding 22-16, a +6.
They were out-rebounded last night by the Clippers 54-31 in a sleepwalking exhibition. Not anything like that tonight. Jordan's pass, and it's picked up by Nick Van Exel on a turnover by Michael.
I was surprised Michael didn't shoot that ball. That is the Chicago Bulls' 8th turnover of the ball game.
And the Lakers have protected the ball extremely well on their end. Campbell against Longley, and Longley with 4 fouls, not about to pick up his 5th, and Eldon Campbell now with 19.
Yeah, but see, you can't play like that, Dick. They have guys to back him up in Wennington and in Paris. You've got to knock Campbell off there and force him to take it on the side. You can't let him just go in uncontested. That's his 19th point of this ball game. Just watch the strong move. He gives a little head fake, takes it off the dribble and goes up and lay it in. But how about where was the rest of the rotation?
Michael Jordan comes back with the jump shot after Eddie Jones picked up a foul. Michael now with 19 points. He had 13 after the first quarter. 67-56. The Lakers by 11. Jones and Jordan going at it, and Jordan knocks it away out of bounds. Last touch by Michael, and it'll be Laker ball, and they've got 9 on the shot clock.
Just watch now as Eddie goes to take the reverse. An excellent gamble by Michael because of the long arm.
Jones using Campbell as a screen. Pick and roll to Eldon Campbell. Throws up a wild shot. Loose ball, and Travis Knight, who picked up 2 early fouls, picks it up, and there is an adjustment that has to be made in the shot clock. So an official's timeout. And now they say that the 24-second clock had expired on the Lakers. They had 9 seconds to try a shot. And despite the good hustle by Travis Knight, it'll be the Bulls.
Well, the question came when Elton Campbell drove into the lane and he shot up the right-handed Hope God shot. You know, it didn't catch any rim.
That's why the clock continued. No new clock for the Lakers. So now the Bulls, Kukoc with a very quiet first half, hits the jump shot now with 7 points. Kukoc coming in averaging nearly 14 a game.
Tony was never in the flow, Dick. He only had 4 opportunities in the first half. We're talking about a guy in the game in Chicago that had a big 31.
And 4 of 5 from downtown in the fourth quarter in that win at the United Center. Here is Eldon Campbell. One-hands it over Luke Longley. Campbell now with 21 points in the game. And the Bulls lead again by 11.
Elton is on fire, and he's playing with a lot of confidence now in this half. First half, he was a little shaky. This half, he's coming out strong.
Pippen feeding his man off the dribble, feeding Luke Longley with the basket.
If you love Scottie Pippen, I know you love everything about his game, but how about the 6 assists leading this team and second in all of forwards?
Van Exel out of control, throws the ball away, and that's the last thing Del Harris needs.
Look out.
Kukoc misses the shot. He was free inside. Tony Kukoc misses an easy 2.
That one was sent up very soft. That ball should have been dunked.
Van Exel driving between 2 defenders out of bounds, and it's last touch by the Lakers, but Nick Van Exel, the last 2 times down the court, has been out of control.
We always tell guys, never leave your feet unless you're going to shoot the ball first. Don't leave your feet to pass first, because when they cut off the passing angle, you're dead.
Tony Kukoc from downtown, and Del Harris wants a timeout. So Kukoc finding his range, stroking 2 jumpers now, has 10 points. The Bulls are on a 9-2 run. We'll be right back.
The NBA on TBS is brought to you by Fila, change the game, and by Genuine Chevrolet, the cars more Americans trust.
Lakers lead cut to 6, 69-63. Right now, let's take a look at the Chevy scoreboard. Action tonight in the NBA. Toronto beating Cleveland in Toronto. Big game for Stoudemire, and Philadelphia over San Antonio. Seattle losing at home to Utah. And Atlanta getting a whipping at Phoenix. Don't forget, for all the scores and highlights and an in-depth look at the sports issues of the day, watch CNN SI, the 24-hour sports news network from CNN and Sports Illustrated. Call your cable or satellite provider. Following the Laker timeout, Van Exel with Jones, Campbell, Percy, and Horry. Eldon Campbell again beating Longley. He has beaten him soundly to the baseline all night.
Yeah, and I don't understand why Longley isn't just pounding him and forcing him to go to the foul line. All he is doing is throwing a up and under fake and then stepping right underneath him, and he's doing it by the numbers. There is no quickness involved.
Campbell has scored all 9 Laker points here in the third quarter. And Michael Jordan misses from the corner, and here is a 3-on-2 break. But Eddie Jones, taking it all the way, is fouled. Both Harper and Pippen were there, and that foul will be against Scottie Pippen.
I really like that, Dick. He accelerated and split the 2 defenders. They had to foul him. Just watch this move now. You'll see he'll come to the baseline, up and under by the numbers, and step through. Well, you can't allow a guy to bring the ball back with his right hand in your face and not contest the shot. Now, the coaching staff is upset, and they're bringing Simpkins in the game right now for Luke Longley.
Longley has 4 personals, picked up his 4th early here in the third quarter, has scored 8 points. Van Exel guarded by Ron Harper. A lot of time on the clock. They go to Campbell. Simpkins trying to keep Campbell away from the hoop. Kukoc doubles, but Campbell beats him with the hook shot anyway. Campbell can do no wrong and has established his season's high 25 points. He had scored 22 against Sacramento, had been his previous high this year. So a banner game for Eldon Campbell and a 10-point lead for the Lakers. Kukoc missing, and the Lakers keep the pressure on. They've outplayed the Bulls. Van Exel, nice. Percy, high arcing shot, and it comes down into the hands of Tony Kukoc. Lakers outplaying the Bulls despite the absence of Shaquille O'Neal. Stunning basketball observers, but the fans enjoying it here at the Forum. Pippen with a turnaround, banks it in. Scottie Pippen now with 12.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Horry didn't get up and challenge Scottie a little bit right now. You're not asking him to block the shot. All you're doing is asking him to get up and contest the shot.
Eddie Jones guarded by Jordan.
Well, everything that the Lakers have used this half is a triangle with Eddie Jones, Campbell, and Nick Van Exel.
That's the Bulls playbook, going with the triangle. Here is Jones for 3, and the rebound, Percy. There, the Laker bench has come up big in this game. And Van Exel's 3-point attempt goes over the top, turning it over to Chicago. But the LA bench has come up big, especially Bryant, Percy, and Joe Klein when he was in there.
Well, so far, up until this point, Chicago has not been able to come with their famous defense where they suffocate you, cause the turnovers, get you to miss your shots.
Kukoc foul driving to the basket, and Robert Horry picking up the personal.
One of the very few times in this game that Tony Kukoc has been allowed to clear out and take his man. Anytime that he has been doing it up until now, it's been a little bit congested, and it's taken away from him from getting an uncontested shot.
You talked about the big game he had in their first meeting.
And the thing that I liked about it in the first game, he only attempted 15 shots. Now, you get 31 points only taking 15 shots, you know you're having a great night.
In a different story thus far for Kukoc, who can convert only 1 out of 2. Kukoc has 11 points, but it really has not been a factor offensively for the Bulls tonight.
Major thing right now is the Lakers cannot let up with their energy. They've just got to keep forcing, pushing, and making the Bulls retreat defensively.
Van Exel gets by Ron Harper and lays it in. That's the first basket of the second half for Nick Van Exel. And the lead pass into Jordan cannot make the play, and here come the Lakers back. Lakers are setting the tone in this game, trying to even the season series at 1 apiece.
I was surprised Van Exel looked at Horry twice. He was wide open on the right side for a 3.
Eldon Campbell.
Oh, nice.
And there is a foul called against Dickie Simpkins as he came around with the arm and fouled Campbell.
Yeah, they gambled that time, and if you know, if he didn't catch the arm, Dick, Campbell was by him on the baseline.
Lakers by 9. Their biggest lead was 14. early here in this third quarter. Harper on Van Exel. Jordan is guarding Eddie Jones. Simpkins trying to do something against Campbell, and he pushes him for the foul. Dickie Simpkins with another foul, his second, and that'll send Eldon Campbell to the line.
Well, he has done this time and time again. They throw the ball in, and they clear the cutter out. Now just watch as the cutter goes through. He comes to the middle, drops steps, and goes to the baseline. Now he has done that time after time after time. And I'm kind of surprised that the man playing the cutter doesn't come back and double team him.
Campbell with the good first game against the Bulls, but nothing like his production so far in this one. He is 5 for 6 from the free throw line, coming in as a 70% free throw shooter.
Yeah, and that's his career. He's usually in the high 60s.
Remember, Eldon Campbell normally is the power forward for the Lakers when Shaq is in there. Forced to play center. Travis Knight, the rookie from Connecticut, started at power forward, picked up 2 fouls, and it's been mostly Kersey and Klein in there. Here's Jordan posting up against Eddie Jones and hits. Michael Jordan now with 21.
No one man is going to handle Michael Jordan down inside, mainly because he has so many moves, and then when he elevates, he has that fade, and it's in your face.
Pippen slapping the pass inside away. Kersey still has it. Going strong to the hoop, and the rebound by Simpkins. Into the hands of Pippen. Jordan wending his way, fall away, blocked by Eddie Jones, and it'll be Laker ball out of bounds.
Great play. Great defensive play by Eddie Jones. They're not going to give Van Exel a flop. Watch Michael now on this fade. Here comes Eddie from the top. Eddie was not matched up with Michael. He came from the top of the circle to get that shot.
Van Exel hits downtown. A three-point basket, and the Bulls want a timeout. And this foreign crowd is rocking. 17 for Van Exel. And the Lakers lead 79-68.
Big Shots, 8:05 Eastern, every Saturday night on TBS.
Only by going alone in silence can one get into the heart of the wilderness. All other travel is mere dust and hotels and baggage and chatter.
I run a small business, Wilderness Air. In Kodiak, Alaska, we provide some of the best salmon fishing in the world.
One of the things that Pete likes about my mailboxes, etc., is that we're able to provide a lot of the services that a small business owner needs.
Because it's not just shipping fish. The fax machines, the copiers, receiving my mail, airplane parts, coming and going.
Everything that one business needs in one location.
I've brought John 65-pound king salmon.
They're more like this.
No, they're this thick.
Mailboxes, etc., making business easier worldwide.
It can't be. I got to see. It is. The 365. Boss, give a look.
Ugye ez egy IBM ThinkPad 365-ös.
Az bizony.
It could be no other. Feel the track point. Feast your eyes on the screen. Can we swing it, boss, huh?
Meglepően olcsó.
Yeah. That's my boss. What a guy, huh?
Nick Van Exel has the basketball right here. You're seeing Campbell come up and put a back screen on Harper. As Van Exel makes his move, Harper will jump out to take away the lane. Van Exel just comes right back and then shoots the three. Now just watch how he opens up the space for himself. See, and then steps behind the screener and shoots right over the top. Van Exel is now 3 for 4 in three-point attempts.
And you remember, it was Van Exel who scored 36 points for the Lakers in the first meeting between these teams. He has 17 points, 11 assists already. Has turned it over only one time, although there was a spell where he was out of control, but mostly Nick Van Exel has ignited the Lakers tonight.
Well, he has to handle the ball here, you know, and he puts a line. Right now, you're seeing the Lakers in a 3-2 half-court trap. Now they just matched up. That's the first time we've seen it.
Randy Brown checks in for Chicago. Michael Jordan, talk about Air Jordan. There was a graphic example. He's got 23 now, and it's 79-70. Remember, the Bulls were farther behind the Lakers in the second half and fourth quarter in their first meeting and came back and won in OT. But Van Exel answers Jordan's spectacular layup with a jumper of his own, and he's got 19, and the lead is 11.
That was a tough shot. That was a very tough angle.
Scottie Pippen gives up the dribble. Randy Brown working against Van Exel. Throws up a runner, and Robert Horry, the rebound for LA. Here's Van Exel with a looping one-hander from the baseline. Nice. Percy keeps it alive, and Eddie Jones misses a three, and this crowd was ready to erupt on that one if it had gone.
Now, Jerome Kersey very active on the offensive boards in this half.
Ricky Simpkins, and a foul is called.
They just picked at Simpkins setting a blind pick. He moved on that screen and picked off Eddie Jones. Now just watch the grace and the distance that Michael covers right here. Made that look kind of easy.
You know what? He made 4 moves in the air. Then this tough shot by Van Exel.
Now this was, Brown could not have played him any better than that. Was right in his face, contested the shot, tough angle, and with great distance.
Campbell banks it in. Eldon Campbell having a season-high 28 points. And it's a 13-point lead for the Los Angeles Lakers. Jordan posting up against Jones. Percy doubles. Brown trying to force the pass inside, but gets it back on the deflection. Here is Caffey, and another good play inside by the Lakers. Their interior defense, it was tipped by Jones. Under 2 minutes to go. Great shot. Eddie Jones misses from downtown. And what a wild game we're seeing here at the Forum. Wide open, end to end. Both teams extending. And what a treat it is. Pippen misses from the perimeter. Caffey taps it into the hands of Van Exel.
They just got to keep pushing. Now, the only guy who should really have fatigue here is Elton Campbell. He played all 24 minutes in that first half.
Well, the Lakers got a lot of rest last night because they really didn't show up in their loss to the Clippers by 22. But a night and day performance today. Robert Horry off the glass, now with 13 points, and the biggest lead of the game for the Lakers, 15 points now with under a minute to go in the third. And Jones all over Jordan. And Pippen inside is fouled. Scottie Pippen will go and shoot 2.
Scottie Pippen, Dick, has really been out of sequence in this quarter. Just watch this bank shot by Horry. What a tough angle to be able to bank that one in.
Eddie Jones going to the bench. He has played a spectacular game. Robert Horry with his 3rd personal foul, and Pippen hits the first free throw.
In this quarter, Scottie Pippen has been very, very quiet. At halftime, he had a nice 10 points. This quarter, only 3, looking for number 4 right now. If they're going to get it done, they need Pippen and Jordan to pick it up defensively and then also start to make easier field goal attempts than what they're getting right now.
And the Bulls get the offensive rebound after Pippen's miss, and he comes back and hits a 3.
Thank you.
Scottie Pippen with a 3. That's the 6th from downtown for the Bulls tonight. Tony Kukoc has come in the game. Campbell gets his own rebound. Still fighting in there and lays it in. Eldon Campbell now with 30 points in the game.
Hey, the big fella is doing it. Come
16
on.
here in the third quarter. 87-74.
He is showing us great dribbling ability, getting down inside, shoot, miss, rebound, getting back. Great activity.
Caffey with a turnaround. Tipped out. And a loose ball foul. will be the call against Jason Caffey of the Bulls.
Elton Campbell going out for Joe Klein. Standing ovation. The people, this has just been a great effort by Elton.
30 points for Eldon Campbell, forced to move from power forward to center in the absence of Shaquille O'Neal, and has delivered big time as the Lakers lead 87-74 with 16.3 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Robert Horry on the free throw line. And Horry has come up big tonight.
You know, we just saw a 5-minute span where the Chicago Bulls were totally out of sequence. No defensive pressure, but also at the offensive end of the floor, confusion.
Horry 6 of 9 from the field. And a puzzled Phil Jackson. His team has lost only 5 games this year, 42-5, but trailing here 89-74. Lakers have missed only 1 free throw tonight. They're 14 of 15 from the line. 5 seconds remaining now, under 5 to go, and traveling is the call against Ricky Simpkins.
Oh, look up, look up.
Here comes Van Exel. He's going to fire a 3. Oh! And misses at the buzzer. No, Hubie, you said the Lakers would need to play a perfect game tonight, and they're virtually perfect after 3.
Well, this is where the danger set in game 1. They were up 18 in Chicago at this time.
Eldon Campbell with 16 of his 30 points here in the third. 89-74, LA over the Bulls.
Usually the more gizmos you want, the more money you gotta spend. Then there's the Chevrolet Cavalier. It gives you a lot of the same gizmos that make expensive cars.
And Eldon Campbell with 30 points.
Are you going to see right here, a little pump fake going strong to the basket, lays it up with the right hand. Now here he comes with the right hand, fadeaway jump, left-handed hook from the other side of the lane. Once again, came up, brought it back, shot it with the right hand. Just had a magnificent 3 quarters, Dick.
And Marty Aronoff, our statistician, informs us that Eldon Campbell's career high is 32 points, so he's right at that point.
Now, at the end of 3, Chicago shooting 50, LA shooting 52. Difference in the game, LA 34-21, a plus 13 in rebounding.
Tony Kukoc wending his way to the basket. Doesn't go, and into the hands of Nick Van Exel. Well, we go back to the first time these teams played, and you saw how much the Bulls outscored the Lakers in the second half. It eventually went to overtime. Kobe Bryant off the marks with a jumper, and Caffey the rebound. The Bulls have Randy Brown, Steve Kerr, Judd Bushler, along with Caffey and Kukoc. Kerr missing from the perimeter. Van Exel coming up with Bryant, Percy, Horry, and Campbell.
Big thing right now with this group, get in your sets, run what's been good for you, and all they're doing is clearing out, playing 2-man, Van Exel and Campbell.
Campbell turnaround over Caffey, and Bushler the rebound. Be interesting to see if the Bulls make headway. They've got most of their reserves in there, while the Lakers have most of their starters in there.
Well, they're trying to grab time here right now on the bench. Chicago, it's their normal shift. But usually in this quarter, they will either have Pippen or Jordan in there with this group of people.
But they're not in there right now. Jordan with his 23, and Pippen with his 16 off the bench. Kerr with a wild shot, doesn't get it off as the 24-second clock expires.
Right now, out on the floor, you do not have a Chicago Bull that you have to double team in the post-up area. Kukoc will be a threat because off of the dribble by the defender that's playing it. Big thing right now, get high percentage shots at the Laker end of the floor.
When was the last time you saw the Bulls turning the ball over with as much frequency as they've had in this game?
Well, they lead the league in fewest turnovers, only 13 a game.
Van Exel guarded by Kerr with 5 on the shot clock. A long-range shot. That's a 2 just inside the arc, but it went awfully high for Nick Van Exel, who now has 21 points.
See, Dell is trying to keep his main 2 guys out there, Van Exel as well as Campbell, so that Chicago does not run a string on them.
Kukoc misses a drive. Lakers with the ball in their biggest lead of the game. 17 points early here in the fourth.
Well, they're posting up Steve Kerr, Kobe Bryant.
Bryant misses short again with the jumper. Jurt Buechler bringing it up. Here's Caffey, defended by Horry in the low post. Jason Caffey has it blocked by Robert Horry. Loose ball, Caffey wins it.
Nice.
And great balance. It's great that Caffey kept his balance the way he did. Randy Brown in the crowd is fouled.
That time Jerome Kersey thought he had all ball, but he had body there. He had to make that call.
Kersey's first personal foul, and Randy Brown, who is a 67% shooter from the line, will go to the stripe. Michael Jordan now gets up. He scored 23 points on 8 of 18 shooting, and he'll check back in along with Eddie Jones.
Now you can see Randy Brown is getting major minutes this season. 15 a game, making a solid contribution. Interesting stat for these two teams. Los Angeles Lakers lead the league in disqualifications with fouls. 11 guys have fouled out there in the air. At the other end, Chicago, just the opposite. They are last. Only 3 guys have ever fouled out there in the course of the season.
Brown makes one free throw, but the Bulls get possession again.
You can't get careless now. You cannot continue to give them second chances.
Brown with a great pass in the Caffey, and Percy got his hand on it.
Good pass.
Well, a great defensive play by the Lakers. Nice. Percy finds Eddie Jones, who follows up his own miss with a basket. Eddie Jones now with 14 points.
When Chicago came back in the fourth quarter in Chicago, they forced the LA into 6 turnovers with pressing and trapping, but then the Lakers missed 9 foul shots.
Jordan misses from 3. Caffey gets it again, and another 3 missed this time by Randy Brown. And a timeout. See if a timeout was called.
Ball went out of bounds. Anytime that teams continue to shoot 3-point shots, your guards have always got to remember to get back out at the foul line or deeper and go for the loose, long rebound. And that's what's happening right now. The Lakers are getting caught in too tight.
Kerr replaces Randy Brown for the Bulls. Michael Jordan. Jones has done a sensational job. The Bulls are 0 for 9 this quarter from the field. They have been blanked with nearly 4 minutes gone by.
If Nick Van Exel keeps up defensive rebounding like this, he's going to lead the Lakers.
In just this one game.
That's right.
Van Exel trying to get it to Eldon Campbell on the alley-oop, and Campbell is fouled. Van Exel with 8 rebounds in this game, and Bill Wennington gets off the sweats, and he'll come back in for the Bulls. The Bulls have been outplayed, and they are in a state of confusion right now against this Laker team. Here is Kobe Bryant missing from the baseline, and Kukoc gets the ball into Buechler, and Buechler filling the lane on a great feed from Kukoc, and it's 93-77.
It's just outstanding athleticism and a beautiful pass.
Remember, the Lakers had a big lead the first time these teams played. They were up by 13 with 4:40 remaining and lost in overtime. And a foot block by Buechler and a new 24-second clock for the Lakers.
Now, Nick Van Exel has been in for the entire game up until this point, and also Elton Campbell has only sat out less than 1 minute. So the two of them, you know, a little fatigue factor right here because there are 2 keys to this game. One man is having a dynamite game in the post, and the other guy is on fire from the perimeter.
Campbell with a reverse against Wennington, and it was last touched by the Bulls. And we have yet to see Scottie Pippen here in this fourth quarter.
You remember, Dick, he told you before the game that he had an upset stomach from his pregame meal and was really feeling poorly before he came out and had the knee injury.
He scored 6 in the first quarter and had 16 points after 3, but has yet to see action here in the fourth quarter. Feed inside to Campbell, gives it out to Kersey, and Wennington is tied up by Horry. Great hustle by Robert Horry. Wennington waited for the ball to come to him, and Horry took charge.
Well, Horry is having a typical game when he's at the top of his game. You're going to see, as this rebound comes off, Wennington grabs it, but Horry comes right into your picture. when he's doing on top of it, he has double figures. He's going to have at least 8 to 10 rebounds, and he's going to get at least 2 shot blocks.
Tip comes to the Lakers. Scottie Pippen, as you saw, checking in for the first time here in the fourth quarter. Here is Van Exel. In and out, and the rebound kept alive by Kersey.
What a night he's had.
Yeah, he is the hidden MVP of this team tonight.
In this half, he has 4 offensive rebounds.
Campbell posting up against Bill Wennington. Eldon Campbell has it slapped away by Michael Jordan on a steal. And here comes Jordan with his team trailing 93-77. 6:48 remaining in the fourth quarter. Here is Kerr for 3, and he's fouled in three-point territory by Kersey. And he may go to the line, I believe, to shoot 3, and he will.
Remember, he's the #1 three-point shooter in the league at 46%, but he is also one of the best foul shooters at 85. He's played 41 of the 42 minutes, and you just have to love the tempo that they have been able to keep up to this point, the energy flow. Now, will Chicago, do they have it in them to come down the floor and press and trap and turn the game around like they did in Chicago? That's right, and force the turnovers.
Except the Lakers went from a 6 to an 11 to a 15-point lead in each of the first 3 quarters, so they seem to be getting stronger as the game goes on. And the Bulls seem to be stuck in neutral right now, but we still have plenty of time remaining. 6:44 to go in the fourth quarter, and Steve Kerr on the line attempting 3 shots. He was fouled beyond the arc by Kersey, and he misses a free throw. I'm not going to say you jinxed him because he's going to timeout, but Kerr coming in at 85% from the free throw line. And he has missed his first 2. This may not be the Bulls' night.
No, you're right there, Dick. We keep bringing out the point that when the Lakers fell apart in Chicago, they missed 9 foul shots in that fourth quarter.
Kerr was not about to get the hat trick, and here's the pressure.
Here comes the press. Let's see if they come with the traps more than one.
Van Exel controlling. They've got a lot of quickness on this Laker team. And right now with Kerr, Buechler, Jordan, Simpkins, and Pippen out there for the Lakers defensively, or for the Bulls defensively.
Good. Go right. Either way, you had it. Either way.
3-point basket by Van Exel. That's his 4th tonight. He's got 24.
When that ball went in, they had to double team because Kerr was giving away too much size to Horry. Van Exel's man left him for the double team, opening them up.
18-point lead now for the Lakers, and Jordan trying to beat Kersey off the dribble, and Kersey committing the foul. That'll be his 3rd. Remember, in their first meeting, the Lakers led by 18 after 3 quarters, but they've got an 18-point lead nearly halfway through the fourth quarter of this rematch. Jordan, fall away against Eddie Jones, his first basket here in the fourth quarter. 25 in the game for Michael Jordan.
Now here comes the trap. Pippen went for the trap. Now you notice here it is again. Van Exel's smart. Now he comes one way and goes back.
Jones tried a shot, and he forced that. One of the rare times tonight he's done that.
One thing you don't want to do is take early shots, bad early shots.
Kerr misses from 3. Campbell the rebound. 11 rebounds tonight for Eldon Campbell to go along with his 30 points, too short of his career high.
You can back it out, but you have to be prepared for the trap.
Campbell goes up and is fouled and will shoot 2. And a chance to match his career high of 32 points. The foul is against Dickie Simpkins.
Chicago's using a defensive strategy of trapping that any time that Elton Campbell or Horry do not come back over half court, their men leave to double team Van Exel to get him to pass the ball, and then they're trying not to let him get it back.
Campbell misses the free throw. He is 6 of 8 from the line tonight, and Randy Brown will return to the game for the Bulls. Steve Kerr goes out. Kerr has not been effective from 3-point territory or from the free throw for that matter. Here's Jordan. And double team. Randy Brown shooting over Van Exel, and the wrong people are taking the shots for the Chicago Bulls at this point.
Randy Brown. Oh, right here you had Ori popping. Randy Brown knocked him down. A little bit of a flop.
Jones rims a three, and it's saved there by Eldon Campbell. The Lakers are doing everything right tonight against Chicago.
Yeah, back the ball out, run some clock. Just beware of the trap.
10 on the shot clock, 4:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. Nick Van Exel doing a one-man job against Bushler, and Jordan gets the rebound on his miss. 4.5 minutes remaining. Chicago shooting only 2 of 13 here in the fourth quarter. That's a bad time to go ice cold for the world champion, or for anyone. Jordan with a jumper. That's his second basket of the quarter. 27 in the game, and a timeout called by the Lakers.
Well, that was an excellent. The ball was inbounded by the Lakers, and Simpkins and Brown put on a very quick trap. Versus full court pressure. They're one of the better teams, but one of the better well-coached teams against pressure basketball. But right now you see Chicago's coming down the floor, and they have all their quick people in there with Pippen and Jordan. You have Bushler and Brown, and you have one rebounder, Simpkins.
Lakers setting it up and using clock. Campbell out to Ori. Ori pops with 5 on the shot clock. Long rebound out to Eldon Campbell.
Back it out.
That's his 14th rebound. He had 14 rebounds in the first meeting between these teams in Chicago. Campbell with a shot. What a move and a fake. Double teamed by Bushler from behind. But Eldon Campbell now has matched his career high, 32 points and a 16-point lead for the LA Lakers, and 3.5 to go. Jordan with a long rebound on the miss, coming out to Randy Brown. Now back into the hands of Michael. Double team. And the Lakers are not giving the Bulls any kind of an easy shot in the half-court offense. And a pushing foul on Jones, no basket.
Well, the referees just allowed Eddie Jones to rough up Michael on 3 looks in, and Eddie Jones was just fighting him for a position. And you can see he's trying to deny. Michael is pushing him out of there. There's a lot of contact, but here's where, see, Michael catches him again. Now that time they caught Eddie pushing with the hand check.
Steve Kerr and Tony Kukoc have come in for the Chicago Bulls to team with Simpkins. Simpkins has had to play a lot. Luke Longley, the starting center, got into foul trouble early and has sat most of the second half. Pippen guarded by Kersey, who's had a whale of a game defensively for the Lakers. Simpkins inside.
Nice
block. Kersey and Ori underneath. Ori will get credit for the block. That's his third.
Great block that time. Del Harris wants them to take their time, set it up.
And a foul call against Scottie Pippen. And that's his 4th. Then the Bulls want a timeout, and this crowd can sense a big upset with their big center, Shaquille O'Neal, unable to play tonight.
Wow, Daffy Duck! You're the greatest!
Thanks. Take a check.
Sure, Daffy. Just need some ID.
Are you serious? How many big cartoon stars come into this store?
Checks are a pain, but your bank has a better way, the Visa Check Card. And if your ATM card has a Visa logo on it, you've got one. It automatically deducts from your checking account everywhere Visa's accepted.
You're despicable.
Visa Check Card works just like a check, only better.
What a maroon.
Vin Baker to NBA chess pass drill level B.
Vin, thanks for coming. I'd like to show you something.
Jersey test positive. Vin Baker to final uniform approval.
They'll be activated for the 97 season.
We designed the jersey for about 25 points a game, and the short should get you around 13 rebounds.
How about in the playoffs?
Starter. This year, no one's closer to the game.
Want to get your feet wet on the internet? AT&T makes it easy to catch the wave. Every day, AT&T helps thousands of businesses, big and small, search for information, send email, and set up websites where they can do business with their customers. So whether you're a little kahuna or a big kahuna, grab your board and hop on. AT&T. It's going to be a great ride.
2:47 remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Lakers lead 98-82 over the Bulls in an impressive showing against the Bulls, who have an 8-game winning streak in jeopardy. And this Saturday at 5:05 p.m. Eastern, TBS brings you a 1-hour special featuring interviews with NASCAR's top drivers and a preview of the upcoming NASCAR season. Ken Squire and Darrell Waltrip are your hosts this Saturday at 5:05 only on TBS.
Interesting stat with the Lakers this season. When they score 100 points in this building, they are 12-0. When they score 100 points counting home and road, they are 20-1. They're 2 away. Let's see what happens.
And you know, somehow those numbers always come to roost, don't they? They prove out. Horry inbounding to Van Exel.
Well, they've done a very nice job in breaking the trap and in running precious time.
Kerr now inside to Campbell. Kersey loses it out of bounds, and it's Bulls ball. Normally you wouldn't say this would be a stunning surprise, beating the Bulls here at the Forum, but without Shaquille O'Neal, definitely is the way the Bulls have been playing. Bulls have been only 18% from the field here in the fourth quarter, so they've gotten cold at the worst time. Pippen misses, and Van Exel will take his time bringing the ball up.
It's just nice to see an entire team rise to the occasion. The fans came here tonight and really backed them 100%. We've seen outstanding and sensational play on their part.
Jones' shot is deflected, and under 2 minutes to go, and here come the Bulls. They need a lot in a hurry. 98-82, 16-point game. Jordan misses from 3 out of bounds, and it's still Chicago's ball. And when you consider that Van Exel is like 10 points more than a season's average, and Campbell is about 10 or 11 more, Campbell and Van Exel have come up big offensively tonight for the Lakers.
It all starts with the rebounding. They dominated the boards at both ends of the floor, which is a total shock here. Last night against the Clippers, they were out-rebounded by 24 rebounds in that rout by the Clippers.
There's the shooting problems that affects the Bulls a lot more, because they were down by 15 coming into this fourth quarter. And Buechler lays it in for the Bulls. 1:37 to go. Jud Buechler with his second basket. 14-point lead. And the Lakers beat the pressure. And Campbell goes in a personal foul with 1:27. Well, the Bulls came in 42-5 on the year, and here were the 5 losses suffered by the Chicago Bulls. The only Western team, 2 Western teams beat them, Utah and Houston.
Well, you know, they're 21-1 at home, 21-4 on the road. Now this will make their 5th loss. It's just a great tribute to, I'm sorry, 6th loss, but it's a great tribute to their coaching staff, and then to the players, and then also to their 2 main guys who have been able to night in and night out, even Pippen and Jordan.
And Nick Van Exel gets a hand as he leads the game. Eldon Campbell just established a career high now with 34 points, but Van Exel goes out just missing a triple-double. He had 24 points, 13 assists, and 8 rebounds. It would have been his first of his career.
Played 46 minutes tonight.
100-84 the score, and the fans who expected maybe a different kind of a scenario without Shaq, pleasantly surprised. Eddie Jones.
Oh, man.
Eddie Jones now with 16 points, and the Lakers beat the defending world champions going away tonight. Scottie Pippen hits a 3 from the corner, and it's 102-87. Under a minute to go. And Kersey is fouled by Buechler. 102-87. Want to remind you, inside the NBA coming up next right here on TBS. Eldon Campbell has just left the game with a career game of 34 points and 14 rebounds. And our butt player of the game is Eldon Campbell with 34 points and 14 rebounds. and he played 47 minutes tonight.
He just had he was a little shaky in the first half, 5 for 13, but he was getting excellent shot attempts at the basket. But in this half, he came out and just went right at the defense, knocked in his first 4 in that third quarter.
Derek Fisher to Eddie Jones, and the Lakers add to their lead. The Lakers, who were humiliated by the Clippers last night by 22 and out-rebounded badly, come up big tonight and play perhaps a season's game for them, considering Shaq was not there. And they will send the Bulls to their first loss on this West Coast trip and their first loss in 9 games.
You just have to love the strategy. The up-tempo by the Lakers, the perimeter people, Jones, Ori, and Van Exel having great ball games, and then someone had to establish a low post game, and Elton Gamble came big time.
So the Lakers, despite the loss of Shaq, you said it, big time. Robert Ori with 15, Campbell with 32, Van Exel with 24, and Eddie Jones with 18 points. Fisher hits the free throw. Michael Jordan, 27 points tonight, 10 of 24 from the field. And he had 13 of those 27 after the first quarter. But the Bulls just didn't have enough zip tonight. And they'll be happy to get Dennis Rodman back after the All-Star break for his rebounding, averaging 16.5 on defense. But tonight is a Laker night all the way.
It is, and we brought out the point. They got out-rebounded tonight. 5 out of the last 6 games, they've been out-rebounded. You get at playoff time, 7-game series, that's a headache.
Final score, the Lakers stun the Chicago Bulls. Despite being shorthanded, the final score, the Lakers 106, the Bulls 90, suffering only their 6th loss of the year. And right now,